Now I'm on a topic about tip off, follow up, and sometimes good stories they don't necessarily come from tip off or what. They come from a follow up. So I was with the Malay Mail at time, doing news. One of the production editor read a story from the Daily Mail in the UK. Okay, this Malaysian woman who was married to a royalty was sued and made a bankrupt. She didn't pay money and all that, so the bank had this issue and took it to the court. She was made bankrupt, and then in the story it was mentioned that the person, the lady, came from a very prestigious family in Penang, and she hooked up with this royalty and got married, and after a while they divorced. But the guy, the person, the ex-husband she married, works in this hotel in KL. So through some contact, through tip off, we traced him, we located the guy, and we set up for interview. He said, yeah, sure, no problem, I gladly talk to you and all that. So went to see him. We sat down. He said he met this lady who is very good at counting cards. So she play all those card games and all that, and she also had a very flamboyant lifestyle of the rich and famous, really glamour lifestyle, high society life and all that. They met each other. I think there was sparks and all that. Romance happened. They fell in love. So it's like a really Hollywood scene, like you can imagine, like Casino Royale, all that happening. So they got married, and then because of the woman's gambling habit and her debt problem, they split up. So I came back, I filed in the story, okay, and we ran it. Okay, first part of the story, no problem. Then there was other people who knew this character, they also want to share their experience. So I went for a follow-up interview. After all that, I came back. Okay, this guy, he's in charge of putting the paper together and putting it out for print. He just got out of his chair, pop abruptly, started hammering me, started buggering me. Say, fuck you, you run this kind of story, right? You get us all in jail, in prison. So I said, wait a minute, you put my byline there big, right? I'm liable for the story. So if I'm gonna get sued, they will sue the newspaper and me, not you. Nothing will happen to you. You will be where you are doing what you're doing. And he started shouting, screaming, and all that. And this guy had a side comb, he don't have much hair left, so he grew one part long, sweep it aside. The hair was all over, and also he budged out, was chain smoking and all that. So the boss decided to run it, follow up story. So I say, I need to go and ease myself. I walk to the corridor. So at the Malay corridor, there's a coffee machine. And before they banned smoking, they had this like rubbish, like a dustbin with a cigarette ashtray for you to stop your cigarette. No, I don't smoke. So this guy was chain smoking. He was bitching to the news editor and his assistant. He was bitching. So I walked past and said, are you done? Are you finished? Why are you here bitching like a fucking old lady? Right? You have something against me, take it up to the management lah. You think I'm not doing a job, I'm putting your life in harm's way, right? If tomorrow Dragon Tan or Snake Lee is going to come and pinch you, slit your throat and hang your body on the bridge, I may be the issue, right? transfer me to Perlis or to Alostar. So he extinguished his cigarette and stormed away. So I thought, okay lah, that's over lah, everything. And the next day, the guy came, tried to be nice, he was smiling, all that. You know anything about air guns? I say, I don't fucking know all this thing, okay? Don't waste my time, alright? Fuck off. So, I have to put up with these really Gabra people, Been on the job for a long time, but just mentally unstable. I suspect the guy had a bipolar disorder, because on good days, he'll be like smiling and all that. When he's heavily pressured, he will act like a fucking old lady, like a bitch on heat. So I was like, okay lah, what the hell, right? And then ultimately, I left the mail and all that. I went back to Straits Times before the whole thing collapsed. And there was this like, the guy retiring, farewell party and all that, I say, okay lah, you have done your part, So after he retired, he continued to do his gig. He reviews movies. So I was with my Si Heng, this good friend of mine, the late Mr. Ko Chow Meng. We went to Mid Valley for lunch. Then I heard him calling, hey, CM. CM is Chow Meng, that's my friend's name. So at a he was like, he just finished reviewing movie and all that. He saw me with my friend, my Si Heng. But the guy just didn't dare to approach, fearing a backlash, fearing that I will fuck him where he stand. So I say, these kind of people, really. Number one, no balls, right? I told him also, I said, you were the production editor. You see something wrong, you have the mandate to pull the plug before the shit hits the fan. You have every right to do so, but you don't have balls, You just huddle up behind your chair and all that and pray that nothing happen. So people like that, terrible people, totally have no dignity, zero integrity, because when the shit hits the fan, they are the first one to throw you under the bus. So good follow-ups, yeah, but you do your follow-up, you do your job. Nobody has any issue with it. The paper, tabloid paper, they try for all this spicy, juicy story, it gets done. But you have people who run the show without balls, no confidence, right? And they take it out on you. Their own personal problem, their own personal fears, they take it out on you. So just to update, this guy also no longer with us. He crossed over to the other side. So after I got news, this fella passed away. Yeah, so be it, man. Right? If he was a nice guy, okay lah, I say some nice thing lah. But that is a fucking moron. So what can I say, man? Good riddance. Yeah.